Hi, I'm Greg Marshall and welcome to my channel. Today we're going to talk about the Old Town AutoPilot kayak, specifically about the motor on the kayak. Recently I had an issue where the shim on the ball, which creates the tension on the shaft, which causes the head to turn when it's engaged. So it was slipping, but I also noticed that the shim was actually laying in the kayak and it had popped out at some point. So I'm going to show you today how to put that shim back in. It's really super simple. All it requires really is some sort of a strap to hold your motor down once you've deployed it, and a screwdriver. It's a Phillips screwdriver and takes about 5 seconds to do. You'll see that here shortly. But before I begin, let me say that I am not sponsored by Old Town. I am just a huge fan. I own an AutoPilot 136. Love this kayak and support the company, and it's been an awesome kayak. I've just had a few issues, this being one of them, and this is actually the second time that I've had this shim pop out. So I might put a little extra Loctite or something in that where that nylon nut is. But anyway, it's going to be real simple. If you've ever had issues with the head not spinning properly or not quite having enough tension, or you actually have seen this shim pop out, or you've received the shim from Old Town, this is a real simple way on how to put it back in. So let's get started. So to make this repair, normally you would have your motor in the docking bracket inside the kayak. Because of the way my trailer is set up, I can't deploy this motor fully in the docking bracket because it's going to hit my trailer. So I've set it up here on a little work table. I've compressed it and then locked it in place with a cam strap, which allows the shaft to come up. So I showed you the little piece before. It's a little shim piece, but I want to show you, I think what's happening is this ball, and I noticed that when I first took it out and I started working on this ball actually was a little loose. As I've mentioned before, I've actually had to make this repair, for lack of a better word, once before, and I'm guessing maybe I didn't get it tight enough, or maybe over time this thing actually loosens up. So let me show you what happens. If this goes up and down on the shaft, you'll see that little piece just pops out. So if that's loose in any way, that's going to obviously just pop out. So I'm going to try and get this thing even tighter this time to make sure what happens. But again, you can get these parts from Old Town. Just give them a call and let them know what's going on, that the shim on the ball has popped out and you've lost it. If you do have it, it's really simple to repair. So again, normally the ball would be up in this position. This is the collar that hits on the motor for the turning radius. So that's what you need it. Now the reason you need this shim is because it creates the tension to make sure that that ball locks onto this shaft and turns this head. So if it isn't already loose, just loosen. There's two screws. There's one on this side and then opposite end on this side, and just kind of pull that down. So this is the gray collar here. That is what this piece is down here. So you're creating that tension, or friction tension, with this collar. So just simply slide that back in. You can see it just slides right back in. Get it in there nice and tight. Slide the ball back up, and then you're just going to tighten up these screws. That's all there is to make this repair, or to replace that shim. Get this as tight as you can. I'm going to maybe even after off camera here, I'm thinking about putting some Loctite. So these are nylon nuts. I don't know why it's coming loose, but they're nylon nuts that are in there. But I'm going to get this really super tight and see if that fixes it once and for all. So I found this fix. It's like I said, it happened to me once before. Through the AutoPilot group on Facebook, there was a person that had an instruction sheet that they had received from Old Town. This is how I've done it before, and it's why I'll do it again. I'll put that picture in the video here as well, and a link to that Facebook group if you're interested. So that's how you fix that shim, and it's going to again allow you to, if you have issues with turning, make sure you have that shim in there. If it's locking in, but it just doesn't have the tension to turn this head appropriately. Okay, so there you have it. If you ever have a problem with your Old Town AutoPilot motor turning, take the motor out and check for that shim. Make sure it hasn't popped out somewhere. If you're missing the shim, reach out to Old Town. I'm sure they'll take care of you there. I hope you found this video informational. If you did, please subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, and don't forget to hit the bell so you get notifications. We hope to build the channel. We're going to be doing a lot of kayak fishing, a lot of airplane flying, and just a lot of things outdoors. Again, if you liked what you saw today, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Thanks for your time, and have a great day.